We belong to different political parties. That is not acceptable to me.
Let me bring you to party issues and the coming elections. Your party held a convention here in Port Harcourt. And before that convention, so many people were saying, this thing is going to lead to kata-kata because there were many candidates.
Yes.
And many of them were heavyweight candidates. Many of them rejoined the party having left before. And many of them rejoined and immediately went for the presidential ticket.
Yeah.
But maybe to the surprise of many, the convention came, went, there were no bullets flying, there was no violence, and a candidate emerged.
No.
The candidate, after his emergence, stayed back here in Port Harcourt to, as the reports had it, consult with you. And there were people who were asking the question, why Governor Wike in particular? Of course, there were all kinds of speculations that you weren't supporting him initially before the convention. You had your own candidate in mind. What's the situation now with your relationship with the presidential candidate?
Now, let me tell you this to be outrightly, and I don't have any apologies for that. And if I find that some opportunity tomorrow, I will do it. You know, your background matters a lot. Your upbringing matters a lot. There are some of us who cannot say white now, and tomorrow it turns black. There are some people who see politics as diplomacy. Try to see how you can amend it and do this. Some of us can't. Some of us believe that part of the problem we have in society is because we are not able to tell ourselves a simple truth. I know a lot of my friends who are politicians who don't know, I don't say the truth all the time. And I say, how? My conscience. Now, of all the aspirants then, I supported Tambuwal. I have no regret about it. Nothing, I have no regret. And Atiku can say, I never told him one day I was going to support him. He knows that. And I have no regret.
But now he's the candidate.
Of course, I have not choice. The party has spoken. And that's what is politics. It's not a traditional institution. It's politics. The party has spoken. I have no choice. Just like some people would have loved them to be in my position, but the party says me. So because the party says me, what did they do? I can't say, look, because I didn't support him, he emerged. Therefore, I will do something contrary. I don't do that.
Governor Wike, did you superintend the nomination of Mr. Peter Obi as the running mate of Alhaji Atiku?
You see, you know those who dig holes for themselves, you know, who dig grave for themselves, and they enter the grave. Look, you know, I like people who are straightforward. I never nominated Peter Obi any day. But I told the Southeast people, nobody's an island. The ZB is not for your own. The ZB is to come from Southeast, but not as if it is your own. For purposes of spread, you cannot have a president coming from the north and you have a vice president coming from the north. So the mere fact that it is coming from the Southeast does not give you that priority over and above all of us who are party members. For Christ's sake. How? Now, I was where they were looking at this, I don't know who compiled the list. And I said, look, if you are seeking for our own opinion, all these names I've seen here, the only person I can say that if we are talking about as a vice president, it's not that he's the best in everything, but comparatively, I think this man, I did not compile any list. It's just I had the privilege for you to ask questions.
That's right.
So what has that got to do with me? But in any case, when the Southeast people are saying that they were not consulted, I felt it was a challenge to us. Where did we meet as a party? To say it was to Southeast. Where did we meet as a party? And I told people not to push some of the things too far. You know, you don't think you can do things and think that, oh, if this happens. No, we don't accept that. Everybody has, let them tell me where the party met. And I agreed. It must be Southeast. I'm a member of the party at my level as a governor. Would I not attend a meeting where such discussions are being held? But it's okay. If the candidate believes
that he should take
that he has somebody that can work with, so be it. My own is how we can win the election. But when you come to begin to make insinuations, begin to abuse people, everybody has a role to play. The role River State will play. It's not the role Enugu State will play. The role Akwa Ibom will play. It's not the role Abia will play. Everybody state has their own role to play. So it is not because they said VP is going to Southeast. Therefore, it's the people of Southeast that must bring the person. It's not correct. And people must be told the truth. Because it is this problem we don't tell ourselves the simple truth. Everybody can wake up in the morning to begin to prophesy to say this happened and that didn't happen. If anybody is threatening, and then I as the government of says, okay, since this is what people want to do, we too are doing this way. That is not the way politics is being played. So, he said when we finished the convention, the Atiku came here, he didn't stay in Port Harcourt. I was in that convention till 1 in the afternoon. Some of them left and had the refreshment and came back. The result had been announced. I went and congratulated him. And I said, look, I was leaving, I was tired. A man who said, from morning till the next day, who hosted the convention. I'm not a superhuman being. I had to come back. And so, before he left, he came. He said, I said, I have no problem. The party has spoken. Party superior. And I can't go back.
So we can take it that you will be supporting him for this election.
What do you mean
because
by?
There are affairs within the party. There are affairs within the
There
party.
are those people who are not trusted. Let me tell you, you know, at my level in politics, to having served at the state, national, and local government, I can tell you people I cannot speak to. They are just horrible. People you see as supposed to be leaders, they tell you one thing in the afternoon, they tell you different in the night. And when I see such people, I say, come on. What would this man tell me tomorrow? What will he tell me? There is nobody I told anything that I will do, and I refrain from doing that. If there's any reason, I have to call you to say, listen, why not look at this way, based on the factors, on the circumstance that we find ourselves. But I've seen that so many people have used the name of politics to play games that is not palatable with some of us. So those people who are believing, okay, if they have that I will not support, what would they do? Would they come and take the university? These are people who cannot win their awards in their states. Are there people I should listen to? I see them, I pass them. Because they have nothing to offer me. It's the only body who has something to offer me for the interest of my state I have to talk to.
Let me bring you to your state, Your Excellency, again because of time. And one of the problems that you are, first of all, of course, let me establish the fact that you are going for a second term in office. That also came out as a result of a party primary process in which you were nominated. What will you be running on for this second term?
How?
I mean, your people, the party projects you as Mr. Projects.
Yes.
But what I'm asking the question because I want to know if you're going to be running strictly on the record of what you've done.
You need to consolidate. You need to consolidate on what you've started. You need to improve on what you have done. Nobody can tell you, and as I speak to you here, that yes, when we came, we have our infrastructure developed. Probably what I'm doing, I would not have done it. I would have gone to the next step. You can't believe that Port Harcourt, which is the capital of the state, the roads were so bad. Should we, at this point in time, be talking about doing Port Harcourt roads? Certainly not.
One of the people I spoke to during this visit pointed at the monorail project and said that a lot of money was sunk into it, but that it hasn't been completed. And in answering the person, when the person made that, I said, but when Governor Wike became governor, he did promise that all the projects.
No, I didn't make that promise.
All the projects.
I know, I never said so.
No, let me
I called stakeholders, so that they don't get it wrong. I said, any project that will have direct positive impact on our people, it does not matter who awarded that project, I'll continue with it. And if you look at the monorail, starting from where to where, what is the traffic it will convey? You know, people like to have this impression, oh, I went to Dubai, I saw so thing. I'm the one who bought it in my area. What is the impact? How many kilometers? 1.5 kilometers. Taking from where to where? How much did we spend? With the money we have spent, I could have built so many flyovers. You see,
so what you're saying essentially then is that that project is unviable.
What is the economic viability of it? When we were in the executive council, every person opposed that project. Every person opposed it. In fact, I remember the then Attorney General, Honorable Ken Chikere. I remember when the contractor then, Ubo, General Attorney Ubo, came to see the governor then. Ken Chikere was there. The governor told the Ubo, this is the man who is not supporting your project. Asked the Attorney General, he is not a member of House of Reps. Ken Chikere is alive.